Let's face it, most travel shows are soft. They're selling you some sanitized, picture-perfect fantasy. Not here. This ain't about fluffy bunnies and cherry blossoms. This is about the real Tokyo. The grime, the grit, the neon-drenched alleyways that reek of fish and cigarettes. I'm here to show you the beating heart of this city, the places where the soul of Tokyo comes out to play. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to dive headfirst into the sensory overload that is Tokyo. Forget Times Square. Forget that cheesy ball drop on New Year's. This, my friends, is the crossroads of the world, Shibuya Crossing. Imagine a tidal wave of humanity, thousands of bodies surging across the asphalt in a perfectly choreographed dance of controlled chaos. Salarymen in their black suits, schoolgirls in their knee-high socks, tourists with their selfie sticks held high, all swept up in this urban ballet. You can feel the energy here, raw and electric. It's like the city itself is plugged into a live wire. And the best part? No one bats an eye. This organized chaos, this relentless pulse, it's just another Tuesday in Tokyo. Find a perch at one of the cafes overlooking the intersection. Order a coffee, maybe something stronger, and just watch. The sheer volume of humanity can be overwhelming, but trust me, you'll get sucked in. It's hypnotic. Every time the lights change, every time the crowds surge and part, it's a story unfolding. You'll see a million different lives intersecting, a million different destinations, and for a brief moment, you're a part of it all. This is Tokyo at its most kinetic, its most alive. It's a sensory assault, a symphony of sound and light and motion, and it's absolutely unforgettable. Look, I get it. After the sensory overload of Shibuya, you're probably craving a little peace and quiet, and that's where Sensoji comes in. Nestled in the heart of Asakusa, Tokyo's oldest temple, is an oasis of calm in the urban storm. Walk through the massive Kaminariman Gate, with its giant red lantern and fierce guardian deities, and feel the energy shift. The air gets quieter, cooler, like you've stepped into another world, which in a way, you have. This is a place of history, of tradition. Founded in the 7th century, Sensoji has seen it all: fires, earthquakes, wars. But it's still standing, a testament to the enduring spirit of this city. Take a moment to appreciate the intricate details of the 5-story pagoda, its eaves reaching towards the sky. Watch the smoke from the incense burner curl and dissipate in the air, carrying with it the prayers of the faithful. Even if you're not a religious person, there's a sense of serenity here that's hard to deny. It's a place to escape the relentless pace of the city, to catch your breath, and just be. And hey, if you're feeling lucky, you can always try your luck at Omikuji, the fortune-telling paper slips. Just don't blame me if you end up with a bad one. Sure, Paris has the Eiffel Tower, but Tokyo? Tokyo has something a little more, how do you say, badass. This is Tokyo Tower, baby, and it's here to steal your heart and maybe your fear of heights. Standing tall at 333 meters, this red and white behemoth is a beacon in the Tokyo skyline. Now I know what you're thinking. It's just a giant radio tower. What's the big deal? But trust me, there's something about standing on that observation deck, looking out over the sprawling metropolis below, that makes you feel like you're on top of the world. On a clear day, you can see Mount Fuji in the distance, but it's the city itself that will really blow you away. The sheer scale of it all, the endless expanse of buildings stretching out in every direction, is both awe-inspiring and slightly terrifying. And at night, well, let's just say Tokyo doesn't sleep. You get a front row seat to the city's dazzling nocturnal display. The streets below become ribbons of light, the buildings transform into shimmering towers of glass and steel, and the whole city seems to pulsate with a frenetic energy. It's enough to make you want to grab a bottle of sake, find the nearest karaoke bar, and sing your heart out until the sun comes up. Okay, so maybe you're all templed out, I get it. But before you write off all things spiritual, let me take you to a place where nature and faith intertwine in perfect harmony. Tucked away in the heart of Tokyo, surrounded by a sprawling forest, lies Meiji Shrine, a tranquil oasis dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shokin. Now, I'm not usually one for emperors or shrines, but there's something special about this place. Maybe it's the towering trees, forming a verdant canopy that filters the sunlight and muffles the city noise. Maybe it's the peaceful atmosphere, a far cry from the frenetic energy of Shibuya or Shinjuku. Or maybe it's the sense of history and reverence that permeates the air. Whatever it is, Meiji Shrine is a place where you can actually feel your blood pressure dropping, where the weight of the world seems to lift just a little bit. Stroll along the gravel paths, past ancient trees and serene ponds, and let the tranquility wash over you. Take a moment to admire the traditional architecture of the shrine buildings, their simple elegance a testament to the beauty of Japanese design. And if you're lucky enough to be here during a Shinto ceremony, stop and observe. The intricate rituals, the colorful costumes, the ancient chants, it's like stepping back in time. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to enter a whole new level of sensory overload. This is Akihabara, also known as Electric Town, and it's a haven for all things anime, manga, and gaming. Imagine a place where buildings are plastered with giant anime girls, where the air hums with the sounds of J-pop and the clatter of arcade games, where you can buy a life-size Gundam robot or a Pikachu onesie without batting an eye. This is Akihabara, and it's a glorious, chaotic, and utterly unique experience. Prepare to be bombarded with flashing lights, catchy tunes, and more merchandise than you could ever imagine. Lose yourself in multi-story megastores packed with every imaginable electronic gadget, from vintage game consoles to the latest VR headsets. Browse through shelves upon shelves of manga, their colorful covers depicting everything from high school romances to intergalactic battles. Duck into a maid cafe where women dressed in frilly maid outfits serve you tea and cake while calling you master or mistress. Whether you're a die-hard otaku or just curious about this subculture, Akihabara is a must-see. It's a glimpse into a world where fantasy and reality collide, where passion for pop culture reigns supreme. And hey, even if you don't understand a word of Japanese, you're guaranteed to find something that catches your eye, sparks your curiosity, or makes you laugh out loud. So there you have it, 5 slices of Tokyo, each one a sensory explosion in its own right. We've wandered through neon-drenched alleyways, stood at the crossroads of the world, and found moments of peace in ancient temples. We've scaled towering structures, delved into the heart of otaku culture, and maybe, just maybe, glimpsed the soul of this enigmatic city. Tokyo is a place that stays with you, long after you've left its neon-lit embrace. It's a city of contrasts, of contradictions, where ancient traditions collide with futuristic technology, and where chaos and order somehow coexist in perfect harmony.